Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Convention with the weekly comic roundup. We're about the midway point, so let's keep on trucking through. Let's kick this off. We've got Guardians of the Galaxy number 9. So, where we left off, the Guardians are Groot. And in Groot space, it seems that they have everything they need. Or rather, most of them do. Also, throughout this run, Mantis has seemingly has been seems to be shifting through personalities. Not in a manner, not as though it's dissociative personality disorder, but just each issue she appears to be exhibiting radically different personality traits. That said, the Spartoid Armada is en route to Groot space. And they're not looking to make friends. So, as I said, Groot space has given the Guardians, who are Groot, pretty much everything they need. And, but Mantis says there's one of them that doesn't have what they need. Or at least not everything that they need. Drax. He doesn't have his soul. During Infinity Wars, the soul of Arthur Douglas was trapped in the Soul Stone, after all. But Mantis convinces Gamora to go with her to Earth. That's where the Soul Stone is. It's in the possession of a boy robot by the name of Multitude, who faced the Avengers last year. And so, Gamora and Mantis ask questions, make friends, and appropriate a motorcycle. But, and they talk. Apparently, what's been going on with Mantis is she wears something called dress that she calls dress. They explain that the collector made a big show of it, a sentient garment linked to the wearer's brainwaves, clothes that read your mind. Apparently, he also liked to brag that dress had thoughts and feelings. And of course, he kept it in a cage. But Mantis saw something in dress, and apparently dress saw something in her as well. A lot of somethings. So, Mantis got dress out of there. But Gamora asked what's going on, and well, it all goes back to Empire, with Mantis explaining to Gamora that she had a son. Sequoia was supposed to be the Celestial Messiah, the entire reason that Mantis existed. She says the way she puts it is that he made her as much as she made him, and then he turned out to suck. Mantis' trauma and pain wasn't caused by Groot. She came shattered right out of the box. But with the dress, she can experiment. She can flow. She can figure out who she is if she's not just Koi's mother. She can surf the multiversal personality bank, and together all the variants of Mantis from every possible universe. They can decide who they become. And it's made Mantis feel whole for the first time. But they find Multitude. They try to talk to him, but, well, he doesn't seem too interested in talking. But, Gamora's made to fight portion of her own soul. The various versions of Mantis all pop up at various points throughout this fight, taking on the souls that Multitude throws at them. And they simply state that and Arthur Douglas's soul pops up. Talking a little bit of sense into Multitude. And so, Multitude lets Arthur go. And they also give Multitude a big old chunk of Mysterium. And Mantis suggests, maybe looking into ways to calm all the multitude of voices within him. And so Mantis and Gamora head back to Groot Space. And all the booze that Gamora thought she needed, she chucks out of the ship. Then, of course, one bottle shatters on a Spartoy ship, and that Spartoy ship has the Guardians ship in their sights. And Empress Victoria orders it to fire. And that is where the issue ends. This was a really good issue, and the shifts in Mantis' personality throughout the last 9 issues have been noticeable, and sometimes rather jarring. Like I said, it was a really neat explanation, and the reasoning made perfect sense. Of course, I mean, yeah, most people actually thought, oh yes, this is my entire reason for being is to bear the Celestial Messiah, and then she does so, and the Celestial Messiah gets corrupted and turned into a dick. So yeah, she needed, meaning is one of those things that it's good to have meaning or purpose, and it's also a good thing not to find your meaning or purpose in someone else. You have to find it in yourself. And the concept of Mantis being able to basically peruse the entire multiverse of herself, basically peruse the Mantisverse, and maybe try new concepts out for herself. That's kind of cool. I think that it's about of course, sadly, it's not feasibly possible, but it's the kind of thing that if it were possible, it would be a great form of therapy. I would think. Anyways, moving on to our next book, we've got White Widow #2. Where we left off, Yelena Belova had moved to a small town in upstate New York, but that small town was the target of a munitions corporation known as Armament. A munitions company that Yelena and one of her neighbors ran afoul of. So we open with a flashback. Not long ago, Yelena and Wolverine teamed together, dealing with a mercenary who was trying to kill Wolverine. Yelena was also trying to, but working together, kind of working with Logan, trying to be a little better of an idea. But Logan suggests maybe she become a teacher. Teach assassins how to be better assassins, which is what Yelena had been doing, and kind of sort of was. She's also been working on figuring out things about herself, like what is she like at the farmer's market, which she likes, looking at various vegetables, fruits and vegetables. She loves nectarines, loves cash transactions, neutral on radishes, loves sweet corn, likes garlic, dislikes frisee, dislikes beets. Fair. But we meet some of Yelena's additional neighbors. Turns out one of them, a teenager, is applying for an internship with Armament. But Yelena ends up doing some additional digging. And we also find out more about her dislikes. For example, the Eiffel Tower is on her dislike column, which she then explains because it's weirdly hard to climb. But Yelena has asked her neighbor to look at a piece of Armament hardware. Which leads to Yelena being paid a visit by Diamondback and Black Mamba. Yelena takes them both on. Apparently, the bad girls mercenary squad are the employ of Armament. Over the course of the fight, though, Black Mamba does offer to put in a good word with Armament for Yelena's recruitment. Apparently, there's a rumor that they're about to get dental. And the delivery drone drops off a letter, basically buying the the house that Yelena and her neighbors all live in. And so, the issue ends with Yelena deciding it's time for her armament to meet the White Widow. This is a fun mini. I'm kind of enjoying the recharacterization of Yelena as being along the lines of how she was in the Black Widow movie, as well as the Disney Plus Hawkeye series. It makes her more than just the other Widow, because for a while that's kind of all she was. Just, her whole shtick. But a lot of her thing was either proving that she was more more and or different, or better and or different than Natasha, but with becoming more, with kind of having more of a face turn, that you gotta have more than just, the same thing as you, only better. But anyways, moving on to our next book, we've got Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy, number 4. Where we left off, Mephisto had tossed Silver Surfer through the time stream, and ended up apparently at the end of the universe, confronted by both his deceased lover, somehow not dead, Frankie Ray, aka the Herald Nova, as well as his former master, Galactus. So the issue opens in Mephisto's realm. Mephisto's complaining about all the wailing in hell, and says it's almost makes it harder for him to relish his victory, having basically removed Silver Surfer from, thrust him outside of time for the end of time. But at the end of time, Surfer and Nova are talking, and yes, Galactus is about to devour the Earth, even though it's the life on the planet is not sentient life. Surfer still intends to defend it. Nova tries to stop him, but then Surfer also explains that that the timeline he's from, Nova perished, killed by Morg, the Herald of Galactus. But that never happened in this timeline, and apparently no one's seen the Surfer for a thousand years. She believed he died and missed him. She suggests perhaps he stay there with her, which is tempting to him, but Galactus' machine activates, and Surfer tries to stop it. Back in the present, Genosville is at the garden with Thanos, once again asking Thanos how he can just abandon Surfer to the time stream, and well, Thanos isn't a hero. But Genos ends up flying off and trying to figure out what he's going to do, and Thanos has crops to harvest. In the future, Surfer's continued attempts to interfere with Galactus devouring the Earth are met with force from Galactus, and a recorder robot observes recording. Apparently, this recorder robot has also been programmed with the works of Shakespeare. And so Galactus decides that if temporal anomaly is what caused Surfer to be in irritation here at the end of time, well, the temporal anomaly can remedy that. And Surfer is once again thrown through the time stream. In the present, Genus Vela arrives in deep space and finds the remains of a ship. Notice it's definitely a trail. Begins to look around, but he told that the High Evolutionary had been on the ship, but escaped the shadowy figure, Eve Warlock, who wants to know, of course, why Genus Vela is looking for her. And that is where the issue ends, leading up to our final issue, which will be issue 5. I keep saying I love these. I'm loving these nostalgia minis from Marvel. I really do. I never read. Back I didn't read. I wasn't reading the Marvel Cosmic stuff when this run of Silver, when the run of Silver Surfer this is kind of spinning off from was being published. So it's kind of cool. I had vague ideas of what was going on, but didn't really do nothing for me back then. But now, I've become a bigger fan of Marvel's cosmic stuff, so, But anyways, moving on to our last book for the moment, we've got House of Slaughter, number 20. We're wrapping up the Alabaster story. I think we're wrapping it up, at least. Where we left off, the Oscuras had attacked, and the White Masks had shown up, and the progenitor of these Oscuras had been identified as a girl that worked at the halfway house. Outside, the kids, aside from Bait, are being slaughtered by the monsters, while the White Masks deal with the monsters as well. When the Oscuras are all killed, well, not all. Some of the children are still alive, and the White Masks remedy that. The source of the monsters, the young girl, the teenage girl who was the source of the Oscura, is killed in front of Bait with one of the hunters saying he did it simply to be mean. However, there's still a toddler that survived, who doesn't seem to have any fear of monsters. But Bait destroys his familiar. And the White Master talking about what the cover story for the massacre will be. Apparently, basically one of the kids will be figured as having killed everyone. No one will ask what, and certainly nobody will dispute it. The White Masks are celebrating afterwards, but one of the red masks shows up. Basically, let's just say, hey, keep your party confined to a single room. Red Masks are basically the butlers of the order. Once they leave, though, it's the Red Mask and Bait. Apparently, this particular Red Mask wants control, and well, seems Bait to a point, Bait's failure is kind of a problem for her, and so not necessarily going to kill Bait, but basically make sure that Bait won't be a problem. However, duplicate biomarkers are found within the Order Enclave, and seems child is roaming the halls, getting the attention of the familiars. And that is where the issue ends. I think I was wrong. I was wrong about saying this was the conclusion. It's like we've still got at least one more part to go. But interesting developments. I'm still not sure if either something is killing the children, or House of Slaughter is coming to an end. With the way Something is Killing the Children ended, the last issue ended, it would seem that might be coming to a close. So we'll see if House of Slaughter follows. Anyways, that's going to do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Mastodon, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.